So we're back to conclude this first part of the polymer lab. This is kind of the fourth installment of part one, and the part two lab will be corresponding to the next lecture as well. But this is going to be what I call edible slime. And again, I want to share with you what we did with this is we were taking this monomer, and this monomer is the monomer of glucose. And when you have the two that are connected to each other, this forms a dimer, and the dimer is called maltose. And just kind of hard to draw, so I'm not going to draw all the dots for this. And then if you have this really long chain of these beads, okay, then you have what's called fiber. Okay, so this fiber here, this is thousands of glucoses long. Okay, so fiber is glucose times by thousands. So this is what we had before it even went into the microwave. Now, if you can imagine if you have your fiber molecule here, okay, and we have another fiber molecule over here, okay, and we can actually add this to another one, dot, 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 and we can add it to another one, dot, 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 over this way, okay. Now we have we have thousands of fiber units that are combining together. This is kind of forming like a super polymer. Okay, so we end up getting this continuous long strain of glucoses, but it's not glucose anymore, it's not maltose anymore, it's actually polymers of this fiber molecule. Okay, so the longer that the chain gets, the more solid it's going to become. If you remember when we were looking at hydrocarbons, the very small hydrocarbons like methane were gases. Then you get to things like pentane with 5 carbons. Those are liquids. Then you get to 20 carbon things. Those are going to be your waxes. Okay, so this is kind of like your wax molecule. The longer the molecule is, the more heavier, the more denser, the more solid it's going to be. So the longer that the chain is, the longer the chain, the more solid it's going to become. So this stuff is now still fairly hot, but it forms this slimy substance, and it actually tastes like orange. And you can go ahead and you can eat this stuff. It's actually steaming hot right now, so I can't demonstrate the eating of this product. But if you have some of this in your medicine cabinet, if you have some of this stuff in your in your kitchen, this is completely safe to eat. But you just want to make sure that you have enough water, because you don't want this stuff sort of solidifying on the inside of your stomach, because it could just form this giant mass if you're not eating enough water. So I think it is cool enough. Tasty.